What is up, you amazing, beautiful people? I hope you are doing well. Wherever you're at, and whatever time of day or night you do end up watching this video, because I have a Churchill Mark 6 review for you guys today. And for a while, I've been craving getting this tank and just grinding out content and trying to get a mastery in this tank. But it is almost impossible for me to get a mastery or a first class game. So I got 3 really good second class games that should have been first class games or mastery games. And with that being said, let's get into the stats of this tank. So right away, for the survivability, your hit points are at 1,272. For your main armor, for the front of the turret is going to be 176 millimeters, for the sides of the turret 95, and for the rear 95. For the hull, the front of it is going to be 176 millimeters, for the sides 76, and for the rear 20. And when your engine is hit, it is 20% chance to catch on fire. For the view range, you have 271.2 meters, concealment while stationary is 30%, while moving 23%, and upon firing is 7%. For the fire rate of this tank, the damage per minute is 2,073, reload time is 4.63 seconds, average penetration for AP is 145 millimeters, for APCR it is 202 millimeters, and for high explosive it is 38 millimeters. For the average damage on the AP, it is 106. For the APCR, it is 135. And for the high explosive, it is 200. The aiming time is 3.1 seconds. And the dispersion at 100 meters is 0.326. And the gun turn limit for the up is the elevation. It is 12 degrees. For the down, it is 6 degrees for the gun depression. For the maneuverability, the top speed for going forward is 20 kilometers per hour. For reverse, it is 12. For average speed, it is 20. For power to weight ratio, it is 10.2. For the weight, it is 40.05 tons. For the turret turn ratio, it is 24.30. For the hull turn rate, it is 29.08. And for terrain crossing capacity, for the road is 100, for the ground it is 85, for water it is 61, and for engine power it is 409.5 horsepower. And that pretty much does it for the stats of this tank. Pretty much this is a very slow tank. It goes as slow as the T95 and as the TOG. In my opinion, this is the better version of the TOG 2. Don't hate me, this is the better version of the TOG 2. It has more armor, better gun in my opinion, and it might go a tad bit faster. I'm not quite sure. I think it does go faster. But let's get into this replay real quick. The reason why I turned around and showed the T1 Heavy my backside is because there's 2 tier 6 tanks, the Cheeto and the Nashorn, on the other side of me, so I try to face the part of my tank that has the most armor towards them. And as you can see, I am getting plenty of bounces since doing that, and we are at 2,000 damage and 1,200 block damage. So overall, how I think you should play this tank is just as a heavy tank, as the pure heavy tank in the front line, dashing it out and side scrape angle. As long as you know how to side scrape and angle this tank, you should play this tank very effectively out on the front line. There we go, we take out that tank, the Nashorn, and we do get the win. Second class, 2,300 damage. Okay, credits, 3 tanks destroyed, and I think we are on top leaderboard for this battle. But yeah, that's how I think you should play. Out on the front line, brawling it out, since this tank has a good rate of fire. Usually with most of the, if not all the, British heavy tanks have a good rate of fire. And this one is pretty much like the stereotypical Churchill. Very good armor as long as you know how to angle it properly and side scrape. And if you guys watch these replays and pay attention to how I'm angling it, all that, you guys should get it down pretty well. Just angle it slightly so that the enemy cannot quite pin you. That's pretty much in the name, side scrape and blocking. But as you can see, this just demonstrates how slow we are. I'm trying to get to base B, and almost our entire team is going to base D and C, it looks like, with a couple guys going to base A. But we are extremely slow. Like I said, we are pretty much at the rate of the T95. So if you guys do plan on playing this tank at all, go get a bag of chips or something, get a little snack, eat it, have like YouTube on the side, on the TV, or on the computer. just watch that real quick or listen to your favorite podcast or something like that. Because by the time you get into the battle, I bet it's going to be over, whatever you're watching or whatever you're doing. Because we just made it a base B. And the enemy team is pretty much almost capped base C. And our team has pretty much capped every single other base already. I do make a little fatal mistake. I back up before we actually cap it out. Has that ever happened to you guys where you're about to cap it out and you think you're good, so you back up and literally the millisecond before it caps it, it just resets? That is so frustrating. And real quick, just so you guys know, like, my viewpoint on this review and if the tank is worth it, I do believe this tank is worth it. It is an extremely good tank, like, just very good tank in my opinion. I really love playing this tank. The only problem is that it is slow. If you guys can handle dealing with the slowness, I think you will love this tank, because I love this tank personally. It's not going to be up there with my T-30 or my Shermans. Those guys obviously have a special spot in my heart, but this is a tank I do enjoy playing, and I think we'll bring out more often here and there just to play it, because for the longest time I've been craving getting this tank, just the Churchill Mark 6, and just grinding it out. So yeah, in my opinion, it is worth it. If it does come on sale at any time around just a reasonable price. I think it's like 5,000 gold now or something like that. Within the 5,000 gold price range, I would definitely get it. And if it's in a bundle, go ahead and get it. Why not? Because you get an amazing tank as long as you can deal with the slowness of the tank. Everything else is extremely good about this tank as long as you know what you're doing, which is just angling a little bit here and there, and pretty much you're set. And there we go. We take out base C, and we did take out the TOG 2 back there. As I was telling you guys earlier, this is the better TOG 2. Kind of proved my point. But the Crusader is going to pull up and just annihilate that Stug right there. And we are going to go over to base, what is this? This is base D, right? Yeah, we're going to cap out base D. And our team is just being picked off one by one by these 3 tanks. Now our Krupp, not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but our Krupp is there. He's holding his ground. I cap out base D, and I'm going to go over there and help him as much as I possibly can and get as much damage in and destroy as many of these tanks as possible. I'm going to focus that VK. I thought he was maxed out, but I noticed he has the stock turret. I'm pretty sure he has the stock gun, so he's not that big of a threat. I'm pretty sure he can't pin me. And I start focusing that Struv because he was low HP. I load HE, and I finish him off. Now, the AR... pardon me. The ARL is the biggest threat to me right now because he has... pretty sure he's maxed out, and he has the good gun, so he could just tear right through me if he really wanted to. But I don't know if he's a literal bot or if he just does not know what he's doing, because he just runs into the rock and shows me his backside. And right here, this is how I usually angle the tank. Right there, right about that angle, so I could get bounces, and I'm just tearing right into him. He hits me in the side because I pushed up a little bit, but usually whenever I angle like that, it usually gets the bounces, and I take him out of the game for another win. And yet another second class game, 2,323 damage, good credits, 2 tanks destroyed. I believe we're on top of the leaderboard for this battle too. And if you guys weren't really paying attention at the start of this video, I was not able to get a first class game. Well, I did get a first class game, but it was only 1,800 damage. I know you guys don't really want to watch that for the review. So I kept on grinding, trying to get a better first class game or a mastery game, and I could not get it. And I'm going to try, and I decided I'm just going to use these second class games, because these second class games are pretty dang good in my opinion. Pretty good. Should have been first class games, and honestly, 1 or 2 of these should have been a mastery, in my opinion. But this tank is very hard to master or get a first class in. Like, I have not been able to, and I want to get this review to you guys out in a timely manner, because at the time of recording this video, the Churchill Mark 6 has come out on sale with the AC4 Sentinel. I'm going to do a review on that too. try to get these videos both up at the same time, and then I'll do a video on if I think the bundle is worth it, probably using like a game or two from this review and a game or two from the AC4 Sentinel review, just combining the footage together and telling you guys if I think the bundle is worth it together. But right away for this battle, we push up, focus that AMX, and already we are almost at 500 damage, and that AMX is pretty much out of the game. He is a 2-shot for me, and I'm pretty sure 2-shot for the T1 Heavy that is with me. And there is another Tog too. Right now, he is just digging into me, just absolutely destroying me, but I get into cover and I start angling, and he does bounce me. Now I'm going to try to help out our our T1 Heavy, Jesus. Help him out a little bit and focus this Tog too also. Just whittle him down since he wants to focus me, get some bounces, take out that AMX, helping our T1 Heavy, and we do cap out base B. Keep an eye on that Tog too, because he just seems to focus me. Get another shot in on him. Can we get another shot? Get another shot, and we get a block in return. Now, I decided to do something a little ballsy here. I decided to just full send it, just full on charge at the Tog 2, since our team looks pretty healthy and our team is pushing up very effectively over on the right flank. Start pushing up, and there's the Struff 74. I know he's there, and so far we have bounced every single shot that's come our way. But now the Tog 2 has finally hit us, and we do manage to hit that Struff on the move. That's another thing I really like about this tank is the gun. The gun is very accurate and is very good. But right now, there's an enemy in front of me, an enemy behind me. I focus on the lower HP tank, the one that was behind me, take out the Struff right out of the game, and now the Tog 2 is only on 2 HP, and this just proves my point of when I said this is the better Tog 2. Because the Tog has been focusing me this entire game, and look who's coming out on top. Look who's coming out on top. The Churchill Mark 6, and also we've blocked pretty much 1,000 damage from that Tog 2 since he's been focusing me this entire game. But we get the second class, 2,400 damage, good credits, 3 tanks destroyed, and I think we are on top of the leaderboard. So if you do end up liking the video, smash the like button, leave a comment on your favorite part of the video or anything in general down in the comment section below. Hit that subscribe button and the bell so you're always notified when I upload a new video. And with that being said, I really hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.